flows from this is what then becomes of foreigners who desire to trade in gold in Ghana. That, as I've already explained, is prohibited by the Ghana Gold Board Act. You cannot trade in gold locally, directly.
The Minerals Commission has taken a decisive step to assume operational control of the diamond mine of Abosu Goldfields Limited, AGL, upon the expiration of the 30-year lease due on 18th of April 2025. This follows the unsuccessful renewal application by AGL, a subsidiary of Goldfields Limited.
All right, and yeba be din komo afa Ghana homedin ene William Monofi amankona yeba be din komo afa the gold board ene Ghana gold in sense it seems say Ghana are taking the role Burkina Faso any other African countries decided say umbe take no. That is something we're also going to discuss today. Say so Faso ben ene de be Ghana no din bit my yama Ghana. Does Ghana seek to benefit and I said does Ghana seek to lose out of this particular gold deals ne gold nema na I say a buying eje efri abrofon nsem no senia me no nyina yenim no Ghana ban eden sisi bia by friend the gold board na gold board na djuma poten a no ene me no ba be di hu nkomo na afide ya hwe djuma gold board no ankasa enso edi Burkina Faso military leader ebe exumi office no oteki almost the same initiative. Now is it the case say Ghana ban being held by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ahu the same thing and I said, they didn't also take the same direction, say, or ye na or the ako. Now, one thing I who say Ghana eye greater share of gold revenues amidst bulk market. Recently in the new media, no, I did who say gold a movie kosoro, gold a sika aba goldum. Is it the same reason why most African nations edgy gold mine and then I say for every abrofon some and I said you do level be African nations and any why out to the level say yem pese kwasi brunyi e be decide ama yebiem. Is that the case? And as a Dana Ghana and Kasana we try to achieve by those kind of policies and then programs are abayi mobile eba. Now already in the news once again no maybe how our gold in sense or Africa etie. There was this recent publication I think the African business and that was screen. So that is something I just want us to take critical look. So the current gold bulk market has boosted the economic fortunes of Africa's main producers. In 2024, for example, Ghana earned $11.6 billion from gold exports, a 52.6% increase from $7.6 billion in the previous year. The growth was fueled by a 30% rise in gold prices in 2024, following a 15% rise in 2023. So what this means is that gold there as a boabum. Until gold is giving our country a lot of resources, a lot of revenue. I bet him they develop a mine. So is that the case under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's administration? Or pese oji gold free abrofonsem na Ghana ya manage yade because Senator Osaje Ford Kota Kwame Nkrumah kan no Africa you betime develop yankasa resources as long as you betime manage yankasa yade. But these are things say we Ghana ni a oma wani eje wo ho because ense se wotena say gold bomb ya ba e bia ehun se dabi gold sikasem no e kwosoro ye no ye ntena se e ma abrofo e magi gold nsem no emfi ye nsem na abrofo amanage. So that is something I believe you say the president and then a powerful o taking this particular initiative said there be and says ye tenase ema ye sikasem say. So you could see say this among others one of the reasons why ama Ghana sikasem no a movie cost recently. Ye nyina said the way a dollar rating as if on issue the cost no nipa bebre entiase. Na me case say gold board in sense no e can hobi. Enti me de obeko me do you know that this particular channel no there we believe in the data. The data na beto ho na fe dem a kira say under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo baby na gold in sem no wo John Mama Bezumi office no in just 4 months no baby a gold e de Ghana do no I'll present it to you today. But you take your time and also do all these kind of things. But you enya de a obi ye be dada obi a e wa ha. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo who assuming office no Emma we are saying including Ghana etias say gold export na ye export free Ghana no. Any sika Ghana ye report say eno ne ade a ya export no. Na na do dan kwakufa do say e boy bira ene man de enya adwuma. Enti I think say Nanado was trying to say my main kind that particular portion and I think say it's on our screen. But the president stated that official records are talking about $2 billion. These are the facts. Responding to a question on the fight against illegal mining and resulting ban on mining, on small-scale mining, the president, and as the President Akufo-Addo said, outstanding issues relating to illegal mining, including the instance of suspected smuggling, still needed to be addressed. I believe that the fight against Galamsey is by no means won. We still have a long way to go. I'm saying this because at the same time, some of the outcomes of the Galamsey menace in our country are not sufficiently addressed and or articulated. So these are some of the things that President Akufo-Addo Edebaye. Now, so it is telling you that apart from the harm that this activity is doing to our economy, much of our value that our nation should derive from these activities are also being criminally deposited off or disposed of. In Nanado, what he said, they say over 5 billion Ghana cedis worth of gold I export a call amanoneno eyirae. Nanado dan kwakufa do nekan yo. So he said say enye se ye fight Galamsey no nko a na ese eyade a ese ma ye niko ho na mmom no ese make sure say nipa bi omofa kwati kwan so say ombe wia Ghana sika akwa amanone se ibi ni se auto gold akoton se kwan be no fa so auto no nobody even knows. So now they say over $5 billion worth of gold it may yera, meaning say Ghana buying a report say we over gold of 6 billion. Ubeko Dubai na say for no. Na Dubai so able report say wato gold maybe 20 billion from Ghana, meaning say those kind of things no enya dia ene no Italy. It is in vain and a President John Dramani Mahama who said dabi se me pese mi si sa ketase hye no krono we ano a I need to establish something we call the gold board. Now gold board adwuma aye ne say Ghana ni ene betimi aton gold and ato gold. Now you have to find or buy those gold through a process. Pacho yankwane nje nchiremu emfi same jamfi ho emisa ne say same so abrofo anase foreigners betimi aba Ghana abeto gold akọ anase den pacho masame jamfi ma yemu nchiremu.
The obvious question that flows from this is what then becomes of foreigners who desire to trade in gold in Ghana. That, as I've already explained, is prohibited by the Ghana Gold Board Act. You cannot trade in gold locally, directly, okay? But as we indicated in our press release of 14th April, which we reiterated in another press release on, I believe, the 23rd of April this year, you can apply to the gold board as a foreigner to buy gold from Ghana through the gold board. So foreigners are allowed to be off-takers. So don't get us wrong. We are not saying that foreigners cannot buy gold from Ghana. If you're a foreigner, you are allowed to buy gold from Ghana. But we are saying you can't go to Takwa or Pristia or Kumasi and set up an office and buy gold from miners or traders. No. Come to the government's representative, which is the Ghana Gold Board. Apply, negotiate, and buy the gold directly from us. And we will ship the gold to your country or wherever you want us to ship the gold to. Number two, foreigners can be off-takers or partners for Ghanaians who will be granted self-financing aggregator licenses. Now, if you look at the 4 categories of licenses we've published on our website, which we have said people can apply for, and by the way, to apply for any license from the gold board, you must be a Ghanaian. Now, to qualify to do that, you need to show that you have a minimum capital to buy at least 50 kg of gold, which in today's terms is approximately CD equivalent of $5 million. And this money you need to prove either through audited financial statements of your company and or bank statements. You can do it through that, or you can do it through the bank statement and financial statement of any investor, partner, or off-taker you may have outside the country who is willing to send you money so that you buy gold for them. Safe to say that they cannot send you the money under the current regime directly. They have to send you the money through the gold board. The gold board then converts the money into cedis at the interbank rate and hands over the money, transfers the money to the self-financing aggregator, who is a Ghanaian. The self-financing aggregator uses the cedis to procure gold for the gold board and makes his commission on that trade as a Ghanaian locally. Then the gold board exports the gold to the off-taker, who sends the money to the Ghanaian self-financing aggregator through the gold board. So that is our arrangement. So far I've explained to you two levels or ways by which foreigners can participate in gold trading, even under this new Ghana Gold Board regime. And that is number one, to come directly to the gold board, to be off-takers. We negotiate. If there is an agreement, we sign agreements, and then we can ship gold to you, and then you pay us in accordance with the terms of that agreement. Or you can finance a self-financing aggregator, but that financing must go through the gold board, and it is all part of the terms and conditions of a self-financing aggregator license. The last role foreigners can still play in the gold trading sector under the Ghana Gold Board regime is when a foreigner wants to go into value addition. If you're a foreigner and you want to set up a refinery, you can apply to the gold board for a license to set up a refinery. If you're a foreigner and you want to set up a jewelry production company, you can apply for a license and will allow you to set up a jewelry manufacturing company. But the conditions of that license will require you at all times to buy gold directly from the gold board. So you cannot say that I have a jewelry production company, so I'm going to Takwa to buy gold, or I'm going to Obuasi to buy gold. You will come to gold board and say, I have this jewelry manufacturing company or refinery. I need 50 kg of gold every month to feed it. So you apply to the gold board, and every month will allocate you that gold at a certain price that you'll be paying. You will have to pay to the gold board. Because we know that a lot of foreigners who can no longer trade directly in the local markets will resort to value addition and say, we want to go into jewelry production. But our research over the years indicate that most of these so-called jewelry production companies only use that as a ruse to smuggle gold out of the country. So they say they are manufacturing jewelry. Their production capacity is not above 5 kg of gold a month. But you can see records of them buying 50 kg of gold. What do they use the gold for? Not for jewelry. They only use their jewelry making license as the decoy to buy the gold, and they smuggle the rest. We are not going to allow that. If you want to produce jewelry, we thank you for that. We appreciate that. You want to refine gold, any value addition venture you want to embark upon, you are welcome to do so. But you need to apply for a license, and you can procure gold in Ghana, but you have to do it directly through the gold board.
All right. Engineer Sameja Mfika say, we are foreigner, Ghana and Kase into gold, but you need to do that through a Ghanaian. I say you have to be a Ghanaian in order to do that. Because yam pene enu time abrofo be that don't want to say be or be add value to the gold or to gold kitikitibi. Obe the shop or machine 2 minutes. So at the end of the month, the gold do do out on who besides the gold in the end of the year, unya answer emfa. So these are some of the policies and programs that African nations are trying to say, yeah, to safeguard our economy. Because NPP 40 was a say, but through the gold board, we are creating jobs. This particular direction, Burkina Faso echo the same style. Just photos. Also, that's a power. The Prime Minister of Burkina Faso recently, in a press conference, I said, his country should see more of the benefit of mining in the country, not just consequences that population suffers. Near Burkina Faso Prime Minister, the kind of say, you two gold or Burkina 12. And so minor citizens doesn't even see how and where the gold goes. Ubisa Ghana near or Titakwa and Auto Boasia. Ubisa say, now gold near to Ghana and Aquadine, they are also in him. Obia nim. And the Prime Minister of Burkina Faso declared that the country will expand state control over foreign gold mines. But Burkina Faso yeti and Chen Burkina Faso I take all these kind of initiatives, and that is how Burkina Faso is benefiting from gold mines recently. Inti ama Burkina Faso, the economy of Burkina Faso, se Ghana ya ya yeti wasa na Burkina Faso abe develop ache Ghana. Pacho otewa enye Burkina Faso, Tanzania also went on the same style. Tanzania so they are profound edisi ani ka chidom say you gold in seminar mo di ho apa okuruma na ye ntia say Tanzania squeeze the largest gold mines are brofo de e country num, now they are benefiting from it.
Canadian miner Barrick Gold has settled its dispute with the Tanzanian government. It's agreed to pay $300 million and hand over a 16% stake in 3 gold mines and also a 50% share of its revenues from those mines. The two sides had been in talks for 6 months after the East African country banned the export of unprocessed minerals in a bid to increase the state ownership of the country's mines. Shares in Acacia Mining, a company in which Barrick almost owns 64%.
And that particular company owned almost 64% of Tanzanian gold mines. Yet, Utu gold in maybe another gold in the fact. But Tanzania by squeezing the Caribbean or Chelsea or saying to because they have seen say gold mining business and very good. But your DNTNS Ghana, your ma brofu to go to sa that mine na the money. I say for children no more real gold no more they call John Domini mama say there be onion sa. Enti or the better policies and programs aba. Those policies and programs no. I don't know maybe children mu na ya to what the benefit a country Ghana no e be nya free mu. Benefit a gold no Ghana benefit e can be na Ghana for you who say your currency no aye that strong no it is a major deadline Ghanaians should come and apply and then get licenses to mine gold in the country and as we better gold we mine gold we that is something we are doing in Ghana now but you want the how gold board and as for no ebo adwuma o Ghana and currently as we speak the Gold Board of Ghana is the sole authority with exclusive right to buy, sell, weigh, grade, assay, value, and export gold and other precious minerals in Ghana. The Ghana Gold Board functions under the oversight and supervision of the Ministry of Finance of the Republic of Ghana. And the Gold Board on the human say, overto gold, overto gold, ube weigh gold, ube add value to gold, ube export to gold. I just say you have to go through Ghana's Gold Board. Masa, why sa enye? Why sa enye? I recently, on my recent trip to Dubai, me said that call some of places are a ton gold. If I watch this very short video, ube hume ewom.
But what is the location of the shop?
The Sarumizan.
The Sarumizan.
Yes.
Okay. So whenever you come to Dubai here, it's very easy to come to this particular shop. I think they have most of the amazing designs here. And you could see a lot of gold designs here as well. So please do come to this particular shop and then get your best of gold designs. As you could see from the shop, it's a very big shop full of different gold designs. And I think the people here are also lovely. You can see a lot of different gold designs here as well. Oh, amazing. So what is the name of this? Does it have a name?
21 carats.
It's 21 carats?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I like this design.
Just like, see?
So this is a feel of a touch of a real gold, right?
Like this.
It's like that. Yeah, I think I can feel it. It looks so amazing. So you say it's 21 carat?
All 21 carats.
Uh-huh. So it's very easy for somebody to. And can I know the price, current price of that?
Price
Yes.
in dirham, okay?
Okay.
37,000.
All right, I just went undercover in various gold shops in Dubai, asking prices and those kind of things. And you could see, say gold, you know, Ghana ni yatena Ghana, watena obwasa ma to go there to who Ghana that. Maybe to me who gold that. To be honest, I have to be straightforward. Me who gold that. Just photos. Oh, Techima the Gomba like me nyesho say who gold that. Yate Ghana ho, you two gold for kwame nkoma mo pen so be dure na Ghana need to obwase. Oti baby you two gold o Ghana be who gold that. And so abrofo no nam kasa na chichi kwan so eba na yebese gold no ye wia na ye de ko e ka ho bi and a gold board no na say etisi dwom say ye be doso ye the policies and programs about yem here say ho bi abeto gold India for bisi omode omonte ye yenko ne yentie abra ye chesa India for nsema ebeto wia.
Arrest of the suspects, the task force recovered the sum of 1,938,950 Ghana cedis and also 4,500 rupees and 9 pieces of yellowish bars suspected to be gold weighing 4.363 kilograms. 2 money counting machines, 2 gold weighing scales, and 1 CCTV decoder were also recovered from the suspects. An Indian passport bearing the name of Daman Manish Kumar was also retrieved. The SBs were inspected and sealed in their presence, that the presence of the accused persons and their lawyer. There are others who managed to escape arrest, and the national security is on manhunt for them. Today, they were put before a court of competent jurisdiction and they'll be remanded to reappear on 12th of May 2025.
All right, into the anniversary story nechi because I was supposed to be we am yeti in Samaba. Into India for me and some way there's almost the monte say be a cost of mine. Say the new policies and program bikuraba into almost the gold no umbe toss we are two either. It's almost say Ghana as style be. Now before Niji say Ghana recorded the highest gold export in the history of the country. And over $900 million just a few weeks after April 4 months pay. Nema Ghana itimi gold itimi dia bread no. On that be because you see a boy and say majo mama and the nipa na wa you almost ono mo bebu man no. Sika twifini dia man enya no enye sika ketwa minia. In the history of the country in just 4 months no sika Ghana enya wo de compare nema ya free na na adomo na sefo nyina just bin sida. Nti bisa ho se gold no efa hen. Gold no ewo hen. So I'm not surprised that the Burkina Faso Prime Minister and said the country na gold you to film no. The population no, that are suffering needs to get some benefit from gold no. Because you too gold o manum sa. You who be adene korafa. You too you who be adene fa. Now the good thing is that the president Emma the Gold Board Equity Act they call Parliament of Ghana. Emma the Parliament is so edgy to me and son eba be sa di we ni pay to opposition one of ye dey so mo munima dey Gold Board ni ba be no. They were right in Parliament abra ye pass Gold Board Act no.
I beg to move that the Gold Board Bill 2025 be now read the 3rd time. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
All members, motion move. Any seconder? Yes, Speaker, I second the motion. All members, motion move and seconded, and it is for the consideration of the House. All members, as many as are in favor of the motion, say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted.
An act to establish the Ghana Gold Board to oversee, monitor, and undertake the buying, selling, and export of gold and other precious minerals, promote value addition to the gold and other precious minerals of the country, support responsible mining and accumulation of gold reserves by the Bank of Ghana, generate foreign exchange, and provide for related matters.
Honorable members, the Ghana Gold Board Bill 2025 is now read a third time and passed.
The minority etna parliament who passes our act we omankawe as part of the act ye be more responsible mining in the country. Kata Jeffrey Farms and lies on the money say John Mama Bayan ultimate stop they don't even go and read the act now at that moment. How on earth will somebody use just 4 months and they are a clinic gun and showing any? Sometimes when you ask people very basic questions, as will be our code school, Nimatro, Inima Kenkaya, ultimate research, who say even other countries have done same and they are benefited from these kind of things. But the happiest thing is say the president of the land, Parliament passed it and was sent to the bill. One yen and out of money nibi and was sent to the bill until ne a law ever Ghana.
Okay, this is the Gold Board Act. This sets up the Gold Board that will streamline Ghana's gold sector, including our exports, to make sure that Ghana earns more value for money from our gold mining exports. Okay, this is the Gold Board Act. This sets up the Gold Board that will streamline Ghana's gold sector, including our exports, to make sure that Ghana earns more value for money from our gold mining exports.
This will make sure that Ghana earn more value for money in our gold and other mineral activities now equals or mine. And I've told you, say Ghana actually earn value in it. I just say ubia onye wagin say oh yeah research and I say oh hwe niema equals or mine, but why is serious so be you could see say His Excellency John Dramani Mama had the better policies and programs about mining a benefit timamufo. But you're too gold, sir. Baby, I'll me say, oh, boss, and I say, oh, prestige money. Baby, I'll too gold, they took them say, a DM for so, and when you go to home. And what can be in the African countries with break air carbon said, Debbie, we need to take our own destiny into our own hands. We need to take our own destiny into our own hands. Now, if there are better policies and programs, we are going to create more jobs. But you say, why I'm hearing man from that angle now? One said that and tinny maybe I say. To give you a typical example, no. Ghana aji gold mines bako every abrofonsem. We signed a lease of 30 years with abrofono. AGA Ghana buying say and ne wa jisa gold mines and every abrofonsem e de ba ama be before ababeye. Epacho ENT minister amabwa.
Minerals Commission has taken a decisive step to assume operational control of the diamond mine of Abosu Goldfields Limited (AGL) upon the expiration of the 30-year lease due on 18th of April 2025. This follows the unsuccessful renewal application by AGL, a subsidiary of Goldfields Limited, which had halted active mining since 2023. AGL shifted to stockpile processing in 2024, indicating plans to continue this into 2025, with the remaining life of the mine estimated by AGL at 1 year. The Daman man's return to state oversight marks a critical step in Ghana's economic reset, ensuring its gold reserves directly benefit citizens and fuel long-term prosperity. The government of Ghana is committed to enforcing strict protocols to ensure safety, orderly operations, and the protection of all assets. And let it be noted, unauthorized access or disruptions will not be tolerated. Together, we will uphold the integrity of this transition, that everything we are doing here is in the interest of the workers. And I've emphasized in this, though no employee at Daman will lose his job, there will be continuity, there will be protection, there will be security for all workers, for service contractors. Every contract in place will be honored. And we are going to make sure that processes will be very transparent. The government of Ghana, as you know, passed the local content law, and was the people of Ghana were at the forefront of this effort to empower Ghanaians and to make sure that Ghanaians are in the forefront of the mining industry.
All right, so we have to make sure that Ghanaians are in the forefront of the mining industry. Yeah, the year gold there be under the able leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ghanaians are going to owe our own concessions, mine our gold, buy them, export them, bring the needed revenue back into the country. These are some of the things that why every day we take our time explaining government policies and programs. Send a beya team munibiano ebetiasie. And the reason why you managing your own resources, you're managing your own affairs. We need to do all these kind of things because you're when the biani be complaining say you nyahwe your mind, but resources in the country no na ye jai ama abrofo no abesesa deko. We don't need to be doing all these kind of things. I didn't think gold na ye mine no. Ese ye twema abrofo e de besesa deko. Abrofo the machine kito bi si we no be tutu. Me hwe one documentary be abronyi bi say ono be tena Ghana in about 2 years ka onyan no. Watena American fit ye wo no. On where's onyan can be that. But it's or the documentary, a movie. What name the title of that movie no? Ubetimi I can't tell me in the comment section. And surprisingly no, in less than a year, 4 months in assuming office no, Ghana I recorded gold, the historic nature over $900 million. It been see that. But you Mr. Samejan say, I buy the what to gold board nano, Same. Uye babunu, unim hawa ewo Ghana. How are you going to help Ghana achieve success in this industry? But you listen very carefully. Answer Samejan Fidibema.
Now, so gold board no, a converted version of PMMC with more powers and more functions no. This onongwa ene to gold no. You can't onongwa ene to gold. Nenje say, obi say chese nye Samejan Fimkwa ene to Ghana gold no. The chairman say, Omwa enka Ministry of Lands na be more license to buy gold. Na PMMC am more license to buy gold. Say omu nyina be boom back on. No mamba adwuma yuko back on gold board. Now one agency na be more license of to gold. Ema buy. Na ya sanso wa mo musika so to gold ema because omu ni sika a betimi dia to the gold on the market. So say aban papa aba ye ka omu nyina boom under one organization. The na ho den be so be aggregator no aban be man aggregation license so what the wo ho den kese ya ma license ye the Ghana sika amount because what my guarantees sika ne share ye guarantee ni ye sika ni into wo fa sika no na fa ko boa gold ano ye den fa my like PMMC is doing for Bank of Ghana and other private agencies are doing for Bank of Ghana. See ye be ma Ghana this year license to aggregate gold a buy na ema omusika wa wo musika so a wutimi de yeden e ka ho eto gold ni bi ma buy but what is here then under this aggregator you will buyers tier 1 tier 2 buyers you will buy our no musika ye keto bi okọ minus one wakoto gold no 100 grams 200 grams 500 grams e be a 1 kilo ono so ye man a license one organization giving that license na the na ho den so no so betime bie office tier 2 buyer ono so ye man a license enti aban si
maybe we sika me person me di to gold ni nyina me di ama gold board with am aggregator with the necessary safeguards and guarantees. The aggregator selected based on an objective criteria also buys the gold through the licensed buyers. Na ye India for free dwade ni mo ye China for free dwade ni mo broni bi antimi beto gold wo Ghana. Oko India Ghana ni bi anto gold wo. Oko China Ghana ni bi anto gold wo. Wo ye broni na ope gold afa wo sika bre gold board. Ye de be ko cedi di ama Ghana ni onko to gold no fa mra ye be ship yakokro. So the first reason why you need gold board is to have one agency regulating the gold trading sector so that there is no confusion. Number one, because the current system is chaotic. Minerals Commission and Ministry of Lands is doing one, PMMC is doing another, Bank of Ghana is in, and away in the gold. They don't care about the rest. And that gold price in Ghana is the highest in Africa, and I dare say the world. And also so na smuggling because a bonnet thing they are not just a export to the true mrakwanso a meboka because me treat your taxes and the main smuggles and be amenya day mean that is one of the causes of smuggling.
All right, enti so we explanation some we mfidia baya and then so we bronyi na person we gold adwuma Ghana, you need to go through the gold board. Gold board is Ghana for anything ho. Enti the first thing is Ghana are buying way under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama added the largest power no ashe Ghana for some seminuanom me mamo akwantamo asemu Ghana mine mama yem for gold no yem tuni so make it the benefit of the gold no yen enjoy the benefit because dia sameje mfisu ko Dubai Ghana ni ntu gold ho uko India Ghana ni ntu gold ho na wakakoton gold ho ana wakoto gold ho. Until we are building a society by Ghanaians and then for Ghanaians. When people did not say we want to say, I don't even know why you don't understand it. Because this is very basic common sense. Basic common sense. William Cap, Anamebwa, Jazz Photos. This is very basic common sense. Fuzeni Kadre. These are all basic common sense. I say Nipa des Nibia or that did no mon quiet green be an etiasie. It is also want to say that is over to you because you decided to say, Tina want to say, and near my brain way and idea. I don't even understand why somebody will sit somewhere and say, Mementiasie. And this a woman of my question share abrofuna chisa abrofuna me too good if I'm there. What this government is doing is say, Untimi san kwese kwati brunyi bi achi. So omna mesesa Ghana gold in fanko da bi entiasie. Adwumana si, adwumana she. Intamam for sika beshi. And that is the core reason why they fear. And the benefit of gold, you know, in 2024, when Ghana enya sika kwikiri die, if you gold them. And this is my culture also in less than 4-5 months, you know. Sika Ghana enya in the history of Ghana being see that just project the 2024 in the year. I over 11.6 billion. Until my almost over the young course I uncle say a few way. Ufi se die na Ghana ibenya. Se President Akufo-Addo mpoji to mu say Ghana ye real gold de kwa bruchire koton because Senator Major Fikana Ghana gold born ayede. That is the reason why smugglers smuggle gold out of the country. Enti na na do dan kwa Akufo-Addo kwa agi to mu say agia tumbiem anasa ogi to mu. I mean use that kind of word. Na wa meka say me cancel and because ogi to mu by 2017 say Ghana amount for smuggle gold. I think say even on the 2018 and another cancer because he was speaking to the media on Wednesday, 17th January 2018. Say Ghana yes smuggle gold. Yeah, William Cap Same is a very intelligent guy because he pushed almost all these kind of things. Senebeya, etimema sa ne manema we nyina abaso. Enti makacha was other countries, Burkina Faso eyebi, Mali eyebi, Tanzania eyebi. Yantena se MOB and say mesisa yesika emfa nkobiem. Say open history of a gold board in Ghana gold in summer. It's on our screen. We can take our time and then we all read through. But I think say it's on our screen. You can pause at later time now if you did what kind. Ghana gold in some and yet no. It's 32 gold or Ghana and yet nasem. It is obit Ghana so on ti ne ye kano. na ono de obey na adwen say korono no bebo man because ye man mo korono bi mutin NPP for almost a month here we are telling them say those kind of things no atwam aban papa aba nema asesa nti wa want here say no you have to go and take another style and this is such a won't you ma asesa abrofo abegu Ghana a omo tu galam say Ghana nsu no samejam fisiti in same way na fa waso tie ni ye.
The obvious question that flows from this is what then becomes of foreigners who desire to trade in gold in Ghana. That, as I've already explained, is prohibited by the Ghana Gold Board Act. You cannot trade in gold locally, directly. The obvious question that flows from this is what then becomes of foreigners who desire to trade in gold in Ghana. That, as I've already explained, is prohibited by the Ghana Gold Board Act. You cannot.
Yes, it depends. The Ghana Gold Board Act, no. Oh, you're foreigner. Unti metse tukurubim enka say be too gold, and now be too gold, and now be yazan be the gold. It doesn't work like that. It is a way Ghana news now. Person get licenses as some say come and apply freely, but just that you need to satisfy some conditions. And tell you this ane mano ashe wonsam because ye maun kwa jibrunyi bisika na o ma metachi nka say wo brunyi ni na ebe support na wa baje Ghana sika na. No, we don't do things like that. See, aban papa aba the better policies and program ato akwemu. That is something that you can say. All right, it me that say 1 hour with Munufie. If I show me any William Munufie Aman Kona. Say what question be bisa. I think say you can bring it. Then we all do the discussions. Channel in near term we bring out the facts. It's more of like education. This say abwa kwasi another. I think say some people do it, but here we don't do it like that. Except to say nipa no uhiankasa. Na ode amano. Yeah, go hear him. All right, just photos. We me free to the president of the land. The president of the land. Let me take my time to address him very well. Be ma kama. Ne ho efe. It me bo life. Shata de egina ho. Ekasa. Emanyansani etiase se. Techiman South 2020 ikun ayarek ene taji din me friend taji baby because we madam for na me ne nyina enyi bom ekun sankrofo no nyina ebobo ya wa so weso agon nipa bi mutuo president say wasan akọ visit saade no de madam pare antima nye ho adwuma until the president of the land say men say so nchire nipa mo tachima ne all this kind of places say anye say ne refi da bi ne remfi mo my baby John the man mama say ne remfi wo. He is definitely going back to revisit Nipa about Taji baby mutu Emma Sebe and ne on count as far as he's gonna visit all those kind of things. If you Techiman South, that is where I belong to. I know almost all the people are Yabo Mutu Ekuomono. And as we speak today, Obian Timi Hunipa or two sell to and we need to go and check Nipa or yes, I don't know. Because you cannot kill human being like you are killing flies. And I say, well, akofarota sana nzongo for your friend akofarota oko fum say oko kukun akrante na se kusie enye ni yipa ye fani pa nye farota dabi nti wa won ti ase no you say you need to revisit all this kind of things. Nti John mama say o she nipa na bo say obesan revisit is animal ama punishment a ese o de ma obia no o de ma obia ese ose na ofata nti my baby munyanto wase ma John mama obebo adwuma na kama pa se na ye nyina yenim se John mama ya ade a oti nsemase. See, that is the news for you today. But in the comment section, what question you can come, then we all do the discussions together. And you one man show, you know, your bogums are, and then you can PPS, and you can't John mama and Ghana. But lastly, news be about shata wale won sem be about. Me say, yeah, the no switch to na video here. You be say shata, what's up now? How far? Shata, wale. Hey, Ghana tumo. Shata wale se one Ghana buying. E wa asem na shata paja ya ECOWAS court sometime. Shata so one Ghana court ni. We say Ghana court kwa na okwa because akwa we by almost was shit. TNT na sem. Enti shata mass no on the ECOWAS court and or they call. Shata wala asem nyina ne say when your contract Bia oba be boy adwuma bi. Ena Ghana aban say your law bi o Ghana nti sa law nti e ma shata enti menye sa adwuma nti shata so no pagya asem na no de call ECOWAS court for discrimination. I mean kind of say you're discriminating. That is what Shata Wale is trying to say. Say a discrimination and a de emano. We could do on a court and say what the fuck. Oh Shata Wale kura oye hwan. Oye hwan I will see a discriminate to a Ghana. Na bonipa ba ko pe bidia a Ghana ban to defense or the coin no. Say Shata Wale nchira one artist and also a celebrity according to who use Shata Wale no. Also a celebrity in Ghana. Ajatum we Shata Wale. Ultimate boy nyom woni haja for re mu nyana mo sa. Ultimate ma Ghana youth no more entertaining. Ultimate shake system no. Ghana ban se Shata. Chere me one celebrity or te say wa. Sa ade we ya wo say ye ma wonko ye no. Wa ono wa ye bi a wonko ana ye discriminate. Just give us one. Ashata jina hono titiniti ho. Shata titiniti ho. I say o ma men ko bo ho nyo, ma men ko mi ho ansa, ma men ko bo nyo mansa. Shata prayer, shata nya one ko say ntima kan kire mo. And I called and say, hey, madam, and you're going to do a call to hell. Yen Niagara court until when you're ready, a high and meshiwaha. Yes, take off and go away. And I called and I pumped at well, say, madam, take your case and go away. Oh, Cassam call me again, our money will go as quarter. Because I go to be do a hand answer. And the court and I pump Shata. But I think the Shata is very bold guy. I was the way I Shata could let me go through. ECOWAS court, no, also a very bold thing because we need to test. Me one thing I believe in the society is that we need to always test the law. And the Shata court testing law, no, it will ECOWAS court or one was in Ghana court on Jinio. No, Pajaya ECOWAS court. And the Shata could sue Ghana by Republic of Ghana, any gaming commission in a Shata could sue almost say, or contract a demand of true say game on game, the advertising for no, most man and yet. And I must say, get out. Take your case and go away. That's Shata a patch out. Shata say okwa kodwen ho akobonyom. In the near future, don't forget say Shata be bonyom afa sa case we ho. Shata say Ghana court any man or ECOWAS court pam no to. Only thing I need say Shata ba be say obeka say ECOWAS court kwa no mo yazan. We trouble mo. Shata Wale. Freedom. Shata be bo freedom case amon. Hey Ghana nsemo ho. Tena Ghana ama yankasa ya mbra se offer ho so ye celebrity a untimi nye nsa advert untimi nye chacha advert untimi nye luta advert Shata Wale nankasa asola kokko se ono a celebrity but ye discriminate because ye say na no so ye so kasa dodo nti ono ko siu Ghana ban ene Ghana's gaming commission nyina say adenti na motemo ma menye say adwa we say me award-winning Ghanaian musician. Your friend me Charles Ni ama popularly known as Shata Wale. Timi could Ghana buying in any gaming commission na damages. I can't. Anamba. Koya court and say, hey, clear off, madam, get out. Oh, then only more say I go be do a hand answer. So they drove Shata Wale out of the scene. Ama Shata caught until no Shata. Bisa Shata say Shata, how far now? Case in the court. ECOWAS court no. What came out? Shata is a Charlie. I know the seat up. They didn't work now. I was gonna get some do. You know, Shata needs money, but it didn't work. All right, right now with the movie, but your question be beside, and then let's move on because the discussion here, and I think I like this kind of topic. You bet me, I take your time, and then we all go through into gold business. We are say very vibrant. Now gold a shoot ya kwasore. Inti Ghana buy any most African countries and who say there be a brofo no mutu gold or no. So we need to also get a greater share of the gold revenue. And that is the reason why I'm Ghana buying who say by 2024 Ghana timi reki 11.6 billion worth of sika from gold export there. What the fuck? And I just say go gold no. And the NDC by power na ya te adibe fe gold board. Now the former president cried to him say Ghana for na be ya korofo na now say Ghana for no be ya korofo. You collaborate with that brofo ni bi na we gold de ko. Into say by 2016 no. sika twitwi di a Ghana ye ton gold o amanone a ye be report o Ghana no na na do say na emfa ti Jomama tachiri din you know so oho Ghana zongo sini bi kan no o say oho na do we nyina wo ho na won kan kire mi latter lie chare banyada just for banyada na rase de Allah Jomama si banyada na zuwa ni John Dramani mama na change everything ti Jomama buy na wabeti ade efe the gold board or this Samejemfi lawyer papa brantia William Cap says Samejemfi a very intelligent guy na niate then ato ano and then what Samejemfi sought to do ni say oni gold board no o se wo ye buronyi a undi meto gold o Ghana o na undi mi nton na undi mi nkobo kiosk bi nka say o ye ring na wa feel over to good akase o ye hu gold out na ye ko ring no so a e kiosk mi na ote Samejemfi si yenye ne sa biem un say metu galamsi o Ghana biem ene ya je adwuma nyina da hye Ghana for ensam nti pacha we Ghana ni Samejemfi si ko 5 billion worth of dollars same na se mu ya wo kan yi pa say meti hey. So if I want to venture into a gold, I need to raise a capital of $5 million choppable Donald Trump dollars. I mean, to be honest, sometimes Ghana and Penny for same also money Ghana for a car. You people need to be very careful because the way you mention dollar to say Same. And yeah, it's a pie for $5 million when I buy gold DB. Meaning say you are already telling us that we don't qualify to be in the gold business. And Sammy told me maybe there's something more we need to all see. Pacho mesre Ghana for so panyifo no sika no mo bodi na nto mo kakara because mabunu no adwuma kora yenye bi da na ekonya $1 million $100,000 kwa ninya din now the question $5 million and yen ko famra as about into gold business. It is practically telling us say mabunu no we don't qualify to do gold business. Anameba William Cap, I don't know, maybe I'm missing a miniska. Maybe I'm not sure. He said, who is Canada media? Why not? We all do it. Now if you can't boom. But looking at things and the meaning say that's the kind of any small money. You say you know Ibrahim mama money binya. Now Jao Masan to so idea. But anyway, chama won't to me so on who's car. Also to me kotana how you gold buy that way be. And the chira sante my say utum for gold near that will community down saying a fake. Chama won't to me so on the real governor of gold miners in Ashanti region. Two galam say Asante Fonsu nyina no say enye the case kora. See enye na sem. Nti enne the first step in say Ghana buy etimaje one gold field efra profonsem was on renew on lease ni biem waje e de ma Ghana for say Ghana for so yesu yenko didi wo ho kakara.
Minerals Commission has taken a decisive step to assume operational control of the diamond mine of Abosu Goldfields Limited, AGL.
The AGL I order mine no Ghana mine say every neko ordinance atoso. Waje. Onankasa so be ye adwuma na Ghana for so asan kwan wo kakara. Lawyer German the chairman so be san kwan kakara. Nti ne Ghana for so ba be san kwan kakara e wo ho because greater share of gold no Ghanaians also need to benefit out of it. And yes, the people are comparing kwan as onya gold no could be that be seeing in it mean gold be a sound kwan gold no ho. They who say there be something is actually happening in our society. Pacho we Ghana near ma wenenje. Sema e ba so Ghana no. Nti gold board no Samejemfi se menka nchire obia se gold board no de ope wompe okia na ke aba. Ene yen so ene e ba betena. Na we Ghana ni nko ade a gold board no so ya ade a also ubetima enjoy bi. Samejemfi menka nchire so you can also enjoy from the gold board ni bi. Pacho we nyina ye de a ye nyina ye be enjoy abom oma ye nyina enji yani emom enti mesra we Ghana ni nko ana you feel say you want to be into gold mining na me am nipa Sadik if you really want to go into gold mines there Samejemfi so wa de pa bi edema monko na mo ne nkusia wo frɛ baba phobia na mo na ka ho na mo na kwatena ase then you all go and then you enjoy the gold board in sense ma ewo Ghana ni bi na obia asom enjoy no. Please, This is a very vibrant industry. The gold board don't quite a bit more to gold. Aton, I agree. I did be a person organ be a win here gold board at Massa won't even call. You need to go through the gold board and send a what me a that is something we're going in here as a mouth I be a call. Into your mama so I'm gonna for you the opportunity. So we're going in here. A dear beer or person or your mind now so on Tobiano. John the man mama say if you never opportunity to do almost everything. Pesika kakra, start gold business. Obeye. Oya Broni, oya India ni, oya China ni, oba Ghana say obeye gold the same massa. You bet you watum. You say if you really want to do gold there, obeye for Ghana ni so. Other than that, no, emfa. And I'm very, very happy with it. Now this policy, no, I'm a Ghana in the last 4 months, they came over $900 million out of it. Watch out, Mobi Mrame challenge this kind of data. NPP for person challenge there. You prepare and then you come and challenge the data. And yes, you better keep quiet. Because the data, Mamudu Bomi say which politician be now they can say what they can't say you okay mate, but bring the data. It is said near Burkina Faso for a year, the Prime Minister of Burkina Faso declared say the state Burkina Faso take over the control of all foreign-owned mines in the country. No, John Mama also say started the same policy about because the people of Burkina Faso say the population now needs to enjoy from the gold mine. Sana Ghana so me and Menoti here we need to enjoy our benefits from the gold mines. Gas photos Anamebwa. Sam, hello, Sam. Hello. Just photos. Very good job. We need to do all this kind of things. Burkina Faso, we need to praise Burkina Faso. So, we're taking this step in the ECOWAS. Ghana, so, it's when you actually. Ebabo, kakran, idiomachi. Burkina Faso, Prime Minister said the country should see more of the benefit of mining in Burkina Faso, not just the consequences that the population suffers. In Ghana, I'm telling you, we also need to see more of the benefit of mining in Ghana. The first is the population. We have the teeming population. So the population needs to see the benefit of gold mining in our country. And Burkina Faso for because that is how we need to build a society. We don't build societies that a benefit our citizens on every. Ghana for munyani that's what John Dramani Mama say. Policies and programs it is going to benefit the citizenry. Ordinary citizen on the street, See nyesika de ya kwan papa de mawa. And you see hospital papa de mawa. Su papa de mawa. Onyare na wako hospital. Oko hospital so now you get a better healthcare facilities in the society. That is what John Dramani Mama is known for. But that is how we take our time to address modern societies. We need leaders with vision, and then those leaders will take their time to address the challenges of the population. But to address the challenges of any society, you first need to understand the people, the masses, the suffering. Now, if they want to pay a reasonable and tangible solutions, that is what the gold board is all about. Salute him. Same, how did you come by these kind of things? It actually appeared in NDC's manifesto. How did you do it? The Same Jamfi say Ghana for never benefited from the gold board. When you Ghana, don't go there. We are assuming all our minds and then taking over and control over them.
The Minerals Commission has taken a decisive step to assume operational control of the diamond mine of Abosu Goldfields Limited, AGL, upon the expiration of the 30-year lease due on 18th of April 2025.
All right, Indy, we've taken control. Oh, yeah, I can say a Japade. We'll be also on Tiasia, no. Embrano near my give. But this is 1 hour with the Munufia. If you need to communicate with me through the WhatsApp line, I'm always available. Or if anyone Yamekwana, but just send me a message. I'll take my time to respond to you. That is what I am known for. I take my time almost every day. Now I know attribute come album. Until the gold in some Ghana, we need to benefit from our gold and then enjoy our resources. Bidin any William Munufi Amankona. this is how 1 hour with Munufi is going to end today. It is a real question in the comment section. You take your time, bring it on board, and then we will all address it. You can also search for this particular channel on YouTube. So be subscribe here or subscribe. Be to like share and so many ebeje. And I think I'll thank you for that. We need better leaders in our society, and that is exactly what we are doing. And why I know him in just photos, William Cobb, almost everybody. About Ibiano, Yankopon, Enewo, Entena, Senebea, BBI, Bibiano, Ibitimi, Akoso, with the BBI. Bye bye.
Mentiobia, a policy, but how to move from some befa, a son me see, a picked up a year very powerful, a beg gigini wa Ghana. Hey, mammy, I would you. So when young conquering Kitinibia, not the good boomwa, a better baby, no one talk of Shanche. Wow, I will never to us a sub at the Mudia Papa a day, Aquachi. Wow, won't talk was Yaton, won't soon only be see one man. You will only be a 300. And you will see 1, 2, 3 matches. Win your beer. Now, Mamma and Greek officers, men try. Now, young quite you said you are buying cars in Yanua. Hallelujah! Amen. Yen Yanua, how much science, oh, call assembly, or any day, Uncle Piano. You call my uncle Conquering Kitty. You family your boom. Hallelujah. Amen. Me see a bad kid after that, a Senagana for Jai Kuko Fun crack. You better Kuko Fun crack. If a better be trouble woman, once a year, one do our one China. A good on if a better obey the point and kill. Point and kill. The Kuko Fun, a tired baby. I just said the box from my. Me be sure rather home. I could come and see about what you couldn't get it not out, not when you pumping. What's it real money? Not when you pumping. Wow, I go here, politics in Tino. I want to ask some papa no more to actually, and the way you have the president, come on now, my president. Now, I'm for you who walk, and I go get a man, and I only am one, and one said, Mamma can be young company. Who could be in my arena, but I said in previous. Yerino, I could go in preparing here. The Abrafuya de Brain. The Abrafuya de Brain, you. It is a Yakasi Yadia. Yadia. Sign when we are a Yadia. Yadia. You want to check your good person, no with your self freedom, no with Yaba. Don't be a good one, a cell for Yard. Owns a crocodile, and I won't say petted yet, and I won't say so holy yet. Yadian Kwan Yadian Mama